too, and we'll be glad to take care of you.
When I'm listening to 1220 AM, I'm listening to My Country. 1220 AM My Country.
Wouldn't it be great to find a dealer that puts their customer satisfaction over their profits? Well, you have. Betty Gilstrap Motors in Salem, Indiana has been your hometown Ford dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Betty Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get one free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSLM. We broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
Join us for season 49 of Coach's Corner here on WSLM Radio. First started in 1972. We are proud to continue Coach's Corner on WSLM for our listeners to get to know the coaches, players, and staff of each local school and get the X's and O's each from Eastern, Salem, and West Washington. We have Luke Dean, Blair Thompson, and Jeremy Lowry with us tonight. You'll be hearing from Nate Pierce, one of the new voices of the Salem Lions boys varsity football. He'll be joining you live from Salem McDonald's and talking with our coaches for each Wednesday's program. Tune in for a front row seat to high school sports on WSLM 97.9 FM and WSLM 1220 AM. Along
This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello there, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones Chevrolet Buick Cadillac in Salem, Indiana. Fall is beginning, and I know that everybody is hearing of all the shortages of cars, but that is not true whenever it comes to John Jones Chevrolet. We've got over 550 used cars, 210 being just at our Salem location. With those vehicles, even though they are pre-owned, we do offer financing options. A lot of those are including $0 down. Now, with those used cars, we are accepting trade-ins. Trade-in values are better than ever and probably better than we will ever see again. So with that being said, give us a call over at John Jones at 877-473-5546 or check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they paid so little.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Coach's Corner. We're in our 49th season here, and we're slowly coming to an end. And we're getting into the sectional tournament, and things are starting to get interesting around here. I've got Coach Luke Dean on the line. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. So how's preparation been this week?
It's been good. It's been one of those things where, you try to learn from last week and the last few weeks, really. We feel like our team's gotten better, and we've shown it in a lot of ways, and we just try to clean some things up and, get ready for a Triton Central team that's two-time defending sectional champions.
Yeah, I've got them. I think John Harrell has them at like a 45% chance of winning out on the sectional there. So, they're a pretty decent team. You guys are coming off of the game with Charlestown, and they've got some pretty serious players out there. How do you think you did with that?
I think we had a slow start. We come out and turned the ball over off the bat and, gave them some easy scores early. But then our kids bounced back and, it was a 21-7 game in the second quarter. We had 2 empty red zone trips there and a chance to score right before halftime to make it 21-14. Even though we hadn't really played our best football and, we'd fought and we kind of grounded out and, we're in a position to go into halftime feeling pretty good, and we end up turning the ball over inside our own 10, and they go down and score right before half and make it 28-7 at half, and then we traded scores in the second half and ended up being a 35-14 game. Our kids fought hard, they played hard. It just comes back to I felt like we had a slow start defensively, and then on offense we had 4 turnovers again, and it's just you can't win football games against good teams doing that. And I can't fault our kids' effort. We talked about 2 things we had to focus on were effort and execution. And, for the most part, the execution was there, just a few plays here and there. And ultimately, that's usually the difference in a football game is those 6 to 8 plays that one team makes that the other one doesn't. And that's pretty much what the case was Friday night.
Yeah, we've kind of talked about this all season. You've got a really young team, and you've got a team that isn't seasoned enough to know they're making a lot of mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot, but that's something that you'll be able to clean up over the next season, or even during workouts this summer. And I think that you've got a really good group of kids down there, and I think you've got a pretty competitive team down there. You just got to clean up that youthfulness.
Yeah, I mean, there's just mistakes that we make that are things that are fixable, and sometimes you have a problem that's not fixable, whether it's a talent that you don't have or a certain area that you're lacking certain position type kids, and we don't feel like that's the case. We make silly mistakes, and a lot of times it's at inopportune times, and it's not always the same person. It's a different kid, it seems like, and that's just something we've got to get over. I kind of talked with our AD Scott Newcomb, is a former basketball coach. It's like the turnover issue for me feels like a basketball team that's struggling with free throws. And, you practice free throw, you work on it, seems to get worse. And that's kind of how it's felt with these turnovers. The more we've kind of focused on and harped on it, seems like it's done nothing positive, and it's just gotten worse. So this week we've kind of taken a different approach and just haven't mentioned it and haven't talked about it. And, hopefully that'll, make it a little bit better, because that's really what's killed us here the last few weeks is just turn the ball over. Like I said, we were inside the 20-yard line, actually right around the 10 both times to score there in the first half against Charlestown to make it a tie game or a 1-score game, and we couldn't punch it in. So it's something that we've got to figure out and take care of, and it's not always the same scenario as far as how we're turning it over, or like I said, it's not always the same kid, but it's something we got to fix.
Right, and that's something that goes all over the team, from the coaching staff down. There's always those things that you're going to want to work on and try to figure out, what did I do that I could have done better, or what did I do that I can change, and proceed from there. So we're going into the end of this sectional game. You guys are going in as a pretty big underdog. Do you focus on let's go in and play this game and have fun and take let our seniors go out there and leave everything out on the field? Do you take that approach, or are you treating this as every other game? We're going to go out here and this is our game plan and this is our strategy. And I mean, you're not going to go out there to not win a football game, but that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm asking is are you focused on let's get out of here healthy, let's go take care of what we got to do? What's your approach to this?
Well, we try to take every week as let's go out there and have fun, and that's why we play the game. And I think that helps the kids just not get nervous, not feel like there's any pressure on them, because it shouldn't be. I mean, ultimately we play this to have fun, and I think the more we focus on that, the less anxious we get. And I think that's really honestly helped our kids and not be intimidated and not go into games feeling like they're an underdog or taking that kind of mentality as far as maybe they're an inferior team, because I've told our kids all along, you guys are capable of a lot more than you think you're capable of, and we just got to go out there and execute, and good things are going to happen. And it comes back to us, like I said, those 6-8 plays a game that kind of define how the game's going to go, that we've got to beat the team that makes those plays. And, our approach Friday is like I said, the similar approach that we've taken all year. But, I think that, coming to, Triton Central coming to us, they've got a 5-4 record. The last few years, they've been 8-1 or a 9-0 kind of team. And not saying they're not a good team, they're a very strong team. But I feel like our conference schedule and the teams we've played all year kind of prepares for a team like this. And they're not overly big. They do show us quite a bit of physicality at times. They got some speed. But, you look at our schedule, we've faced all those kinds of things all year. And so I think that's important for us, just knowing that we've played a really tough schedule that, it's nothing that we can't handle. And it's got to be, like I said, it comes back to that effort, execution. We got to do that for 4 quarters and take care of the football. And I think some good things will happen Friday night.
Yeah, and you touched on something a minute ago that I wholeheartedly agree with you on, is that, your team is a much better team than what your record shows. And I think you've got the talent, you've got the players that you need. It's just, getting that execution and getting that youthfulness out of them. So I really expect those kids to leave everything out there on the field just like they do every game, and do their best. And I expect that that you guys will be proud of the effort that they put in this Friday night.
Yeah, and it just comes back to what I said is, ultimately we play the game to have fun, and the kids, go out and have fun with it and play as hard as you can, and let's see what happens. And that's all you can do every Friday night. And I think the more we take that approach and not have any kind of pressure on us or feel like we're being intimidated by an opponent, the better we're going to be. And I think that's kind of show with our guys how we played. We played some tough games and been right there, and can't fault their effort, can't fault how hard they played, how physical they played. It's just we've got to clean up some of these mistakes that we've made, and it does come back to some youthfulness and just some inexperience overall. But at some point you got to get past that, and hopefully for us that's this week. And we've seen a growth not just with our team, but all these young kids that we've been playing. We've been starting 4 freshmen every week and for the last several weeks, and just things that several sophomores on top of that. So it's one of those things. At this point in the season, you got to kind of move past that youthfulness, and that can't be an excuse anymore because these kids have got some reps under their belt, and that's kind of what we got to push. Is hey, we've got 6 games under our belt. It's sectional time. Let's clean this stuff up and let's go have fun and win a football game.
Well, and the good thing about starting those 4 freshmen or 4 or 5 freshmen that you were talking about is next year, just think of the game time experience that those kids are going to have. And, they're going to carry that into the next season with a little bit of experience under the belt and be able to be that, next level kid that you guys need.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help, for the future with these kids as far as just getting game reps and understanding the speed of the game and how the physicality is different, and that you have to be focused every play and those kinds of things. It's definitely going to be crucial. And I think the biggest thing for us looking at it is there's a reason why these kids are on the field, and it's because they got some talent, they got some ability, and our job as the coaching staff is to keep growing them as players, and gaining that experience is very valuable for them, not only now but for in the future as well.
Yeah. Are you guys having any issues? Everybody healthy? Everybody good to go?
We're healthy for the most part. We are at this point in the season, I think everybody's a little banged up, beat up, and that's just part of the game. But we are fairly healthy, and I think we don't at this point, minus some early season injuries we had that ended some kids' seasons. We've got all our starters that we've had the last few weeks, and we did lose our center last week. He was quarantined, and he's back, so that really helps us. So it's one of those things where you start having to shuffle people around, and it doesn't take long to kind of get out of sync. And I feel like right now with what we've had, what we have coming this week is a group that's played together for several weeks now that we feel pretty comfortable with. And, moving forward, we feel like they're a pretty good group. So just staying healthy and keep plugging away, and, we'll see what happens on Friday.
Yeah, and up there at Salem, they know exactly what you mean about having to shuffle this and that spot. It kind of got after them a little bit too after our game with you guys. Keeping them kids focused and keeping everybody healthy is a big part of it. As a coach, even in the off season, making sure that everybody's in good shape. You kind of worry about kids that are multiple sport kids getting injured at other times. So, you're worried about having that full squad coming back in, next season.
Yeah, I don't worry about injuries for other sports as much. I encourage our kids to play other sports, and I think it helps them stay out of trouble. It helps them keep a focus on academics, and a kid that may be a star for us in football, maybe a role player in basketball, or maybe a role player in baseball, or something of that matter that's going to teach him how to be a better leader for us. So it's something I push for our kids to. If they're not playing basketball, then we want them to wrestle. If they're not playing baseball, let's run track, kind of thing. And injuries are going to happen. It's part of athletics, and it's just human nature that people are going to get hurt. And I don't think I'm not one to worry and fret about those things. And I've been doing this long enough to know that every year I'm going to have a kid or two get hurt. And honestly, a lot of times it happens away from school in a four-wheeler accident, right, or a motorcycle or whatever. We've seen some weird things over the years that I think I've lost more kids to that kind of stuff than I have them playing another sport. But right now our focus, like I said, is just getting ready for Friday night. And Triton's going to bring a young team in here. They got a quarterback who's a sophomore. He's a 6'3" kid who can he easily throws the ball 55, 60 yards in the air down the field. So he's got a cannon for a high school quarterback. Probably the strongest arm of any kid I've ever coached against or coached for. So they bring some interesting challenges. They got a running back that's really speedy. They got a receiver who's really fast. Like I said earlier, they're not an overly big team, but they're quick and they play physical. They don't play a lot of guys both ways. They got good numbers, and I think that'll be something that may come into play Friday night. Is how long can we sustain against them if they're going to platoon for the most part, and we're playing 6-7 guys both ways. So
right.
And another thing I want to point out, Andrew Adams had another interception Friday. He tied the school record for a season. Only played in 6 games. We had 3 games we had to sit out because of COVID. So in 6 games, he's tied the season interception record. So something he's worked hard to accomplish. He's been a corner that has done a great job for us, and a kid that's we put on other teams' best receiver every week, and he's got that task again this week against Triton Central's top receiver. So as of right now, he's tied for the career interception record as well as the season. So
what grade's he in, Coach?
He's a junior.
Good.
He's a junior. So
you're going to have that talent back next year. That'd be a good thing.
Yeah. And he's a kid that's about 6'1" and 165, 170 pounds, and he can flat out run. He's just an athlete, and he's always up to that challenge, and that's a big part of that. Is you got to have that competitive edge, and he's got that, and he's done a great job. And so we talked to him today. We need him to have a big night Friday because this kid from Triton throws the ball like no one we've played so far. So he's got a really strong arm. So we just got to be ready. And he's one of those kids that can move around the pocket, scramble around, and then boom, he'll throw it down the field 60 yards.
Yeah.
And that's, as a coach, that's scary because you got to cover for a long time. And he's athletic enough that he's got some really good speed and athleticism to where he can run. So our goal, we're going to have to keep him in the pocket and try to bring some pressure in his face and make sure that we're covering. We're going to have to cover for a few more seconds than probably what we're normally would cover. Most teams get the ball in their hand pretty quick, and he's good about extending the play and kind of getting out of the pocket and moving around and than making throws downfield. So, that's a challenge that we'll have to deal with. And, our kids are excited, and we've been working the last 3 days, and, we'll finish up tomorrow and be ready to play on Friday.
All right, Coach. Well, it sounds like you got a pretty good game plan under there going forward. That's pretty much the time I got for you tonight, but I appreciate you calling, and I will talk to you next week, and good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Luke. Bye. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Wouldn't it be great to find a dealer that puts their customer satisfaction over their profits? Well, you have. Betty Gilstrap Motors in Salem, Indiana has been your hometown Ford dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Betty Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious taste all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSLM. We'll be broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877. This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana, for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello there, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones Chevrolet Buick Cadillac in Salem, Indiana. Fall is beginning, and I know that everybody is hearing of all the shortages of cars, but that is not true whenever it comes to John Jones Chevrolet. We've got over 550 used cars, 210 being just at our Salem location. With those vehicles, even though they are pre-owned, we do offer financing options. A lot of those are including $0 down. Now, with those used cars, we are accepting trade-ins. Trade-in values are better than ever and probably better than we will ever see again. So with that being said, give us a call over at John Jones at 877-473-5546 or check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they pay so little.
All right, football fans, we are back. I'm here live with Coach Jeremy Lowry. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Looks like you had a pretty decent run this week. I didn't get to see a whole lot of how things went, but looks like your competition for this week is going to be a familiar face, and you're coming in. They're coming to your place this time, and you guys are actually favored to win the game, and you got a 5% chance, according to John Harrell, to win the sectional in your section. But Rock Creek they've got them at less than 1%. And I don't know how much stock you put into that, but it's just something, a tidbit of information that they put out there. But, going into this rematch, how confident are you that you guys are going to advance here?
Well, this time of year, it's all about momentum. You got to go out, you got to prepare for your opponent, of course, and obviously it's a team we've played before. But the biggest thing you got to do is you got to take care of your end of it. You got to build some of that momentum and start getting that snowball going in the right direction. Feel like our kids are in a very good frame of mind. The big thing when you come off of a loss, you got to look in the mirror, and the first thing you got to do is you can't fall into the excuse game. I tell our kids, hey, when people start asking you things and you start going down that road, you got a choice to make. You can make excuses. You can start pointing the finger. You can say, well, this happened and that happened. Bottom line is, the right answer is we got to work harder and we got to get better.
Yeah, and sitting up in that booth watching that game, of course I was calling the both sides of it for the radio station that night. Sitting up there and watching that game, if I hadn't had the scoreboard in my view, I would have never have thought that score was the way it was. You guys were, I feel like you are a way better team than what that was showing. You kind of had that. You'd get two good plays, and then something silly would happen, and it'd be a miss block or something of that nature, and just small young mistakes. But I really feel like you guys have got a good squad out there. Watching the play, like I said, if you would have played exactly the way you did for those first two that you did the next two, then it would have been a different ballgame, I believe.
You got to keep grinding. You can't blink,
right.
And we're going through stretches in football games where momentum's getting the best of us a little bit. We are blinking, and you gotta build off that. It's really important these type of games that you look at the film, and of course you're going to point out things that you need to do better. Those things are glaring, and that's the easy thing to do. But you also got to point out the things that you are doing a good job of and what you can build on. And, it's like I told somebody Friday night on an interview after the game, the film is an interesting thing because there's all the years I've been coaching, all the years I've been around football is you can go out and you can play an outstanding football game. You can also go out and you can struggle and you can get beat. And the interesting thing about film is those nights you have a great night, the film's never as good as you think it's going to be.
Right.
And then those nights you struggle, the film is never as bad as you think it's going to be. It's
right.
Normally somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was getting at. You guys played, for the most part, you didn't play like you were, being beat 61-0. That was not what we were seeing from up there in the booth. You guys were playing like a solid football team. It just, I think you guys were having trouble getting into the end zone, and that's a credit to Salem's defense. They're just, some of those kids are just beasts. But at the same time, you guys, I feel like if there had been a few tweaks that changed this or that, I believe you guys would have played a little bit different game. And like I said, I think you guys played an outstanding game. Just the scoreboard just didn't reflect it.
Well, you got to be able to match intensity. You got to be able to sustain. You got to have more consistency. I mean, you can go on and on and on the things you got to do to put together a good football game. Salem has 16 seniors. Both games we've struggled the most in. Senior laden teams, Springs Valley and Salem. Those are the two that we've struggled the most in. And, bottom line is you got to go back to work. You got to grow. You got to be committed to getting better. There's going to be bumps in the road, and you just can't blink. You got sometimes you just got to put your head down and work, man.
That's right. And my hat's off to you because I feel like you've done a really good job out there, and I think you're doing the right things. You're heading in the right direction, and I feel like you've got some pretty decent support out there. And I feel like next season is going to be a completely different thing for you guys. I think some of that youthfulness will get shook off, and I really think that I don't know really what you've got coming up, but I feel like you're setting up for a really good team coming up.
Right. Well, for us, this is second season. Got an opponent coming to town Friday night. We feel good about the way we practiced. We feel good about the way we matched up. We feel good about building up a lot of momentum. Our kids have been extremely coachable this week. That's always nice when you come off of a struggle that the kids are still willing to work. A lot of times this time of year is about where your kids are at and how your kids feel like things are going. It really, it matters how I feel things are going. It matters how other people, but the most important thing is your kids. Are your kids in the right frame of mind? Are they still coming out? Are they still being coachable? Are they still practicing with energy? And we're doing those things. And, that creates optimism. That creates hope. Optimism, hope, those are powerful things. And that's what you got to build off of.
Right. And I've got all the confidence in the world that you guys I'm going to be sitting here talking to you guys again next week. So I feel like, you guys have got a long road ahead of you after that, but I think you're very capable of it. And I think you've got a good football team out there.
Well, I appreciate that. And, our kids, they're getting more experience each week, and that's what we need. Particularly up front, we're playing some young guys up front, and for us, when I say that's not an excuse. That's what we're doing, and we're excited about that. We feel like those kids are getting better, and they're going to continue to get better, and we've got a lot to work with, and just really excited to see where the second half of this season goes.
Right, and you can't do anything about the personnel that you have. The only thing you can do is coach them to be better. You've got young kids, and that's just what it is. So you've got to deal with that. And I think you're on the path to taking good care of those kids and moving them in the right direction.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's a waste of time and energy to cry about spilled milk. You've got to
control the controllables.
That's the mistake. Control the controllables. You got to address the mistake, and then you got to put that thing to bed, and you got to move on.
That's right.
That's the way it is, and we're still excited about our kids. Our kids, like I said, they're practicing hard, and we're going to grind. That's
right.
what we're going to do. We're going to grind, and sometimes you just got to keep surviving.
Yeah, you said that you guys practiced really well this week, that they've been really coachable. Is everybody healthy and ready to go?
Well, we're bumped up. We're banged up this time of year.
Well, it's late in the season. You get that.
I don't know how many teams are healthy right now. Then you've got real injuries, and then you've got playing hurt.
Right.
There's a lot of people playing hurt this time of year.
Right.
And then you got some kids that are injured that you're not going to get back. So you got to weigh out both of those things, and you gotta. There's some kids that need a little rest through the week of practice this time of year, and that's a fine line. What's enough rest? Because there are some kids that are beat up, but that's part of it. And a lot of cases also, it's next man up. The next guy's got to be ready, and he's got to prepare. And so when someone is injured or someone is banged up, that's another opportunity for a young man to step up and make a name for himself.
That's right. And, if you don't have depth on your roster, if you don't have that next kid ready to just walk in there and say, hey, I'm taking over this spot, then as a coach, you're not doing your job. But whenever you've got that, like you're saying, you've got that backup ready, and you've got he may not be the starter for that spot. He may not be as talented as the kid that he's filling in for, but he's going to get that game time experience. He's going to get out there and rally with his teammates, And, that's the experience that they're going to need to grow.
That's right. That's what I mean by next man up. And, we have, you're at the point of the season now. Your freshmen are now sophomores. Your sophomores are now juniors. Your juniors are now seniors. And your seniors, they're playing for survival.
That's right.
And that's just, everybody's got a year of experience under their belt. So it's, this time of year, especially when you're playing a team that you've already played, you have to understand that there's a different urgency now.
Yeah.
You go out Friday night, the matchups are the matchups, but I've seen a lot of teams this time of year go into sectional play with the same intensity that they went in the regular season, and they go home.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You've got to win this week to play next week, so the pressure is on.
Yeah, and that's everybody in the state.
Yep.
This Friday night, unless you got to buy. And the teams that are able to handle that are able to take the next step, those are the teams that will be getting interviewed next week. That'll be preparing for another team next week.
That's right.
The ones that don't crank it up, they're going to be turning in equipment, and that's just reality.
That's right. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate your time tonight. I really like to be there to watch that game with you guys Friday night, but I'm going to be out in Southridge, so good luck, and I hope to be talking to you next Wednesday right here.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take us a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with Coach Blair Thompson from Salem.
See Celebrity Home Loans in Salem, where everyone gets treated like a star. Come experience the star treatment with us. You'll never go back to the ordinary home loan experience again. Stop in today and see Dennis Baxter, branch manager of the Salem office, to start working on a new home loan or refinancing today. They serve nearly 50,000 families with over $15 billion in loans. Stop in and see Dennis and his staff. They're ready to work with you today. As a star, you expect the best, and that's all Celebrity Home Loans has to offer. Nothing off the rack. We're talking fine living, designer fashion home loans around here. Come by today and see Dennis or Autumn at 18 Public Square, Suite A, or call for an appointment. 812-883-0670. Remember, at Celebrity Home Loans, you're the star.
Hi, I'm Justin Green, Mayor of the City of Salem. Go Salem Lions! If you're planning that bonfire during or after the football game this fall, please use caution. I want to remind you to be safe around your bonfires and avoid starting any fires during extremely dry conditions. Also, I want to remind you that only fires you can have in the City of Salem limits should be no bigger than a 3-foot square area and 3 foot high. Burning brush and leaves in the city limits is prohibited. Just like the Salem Lions, we're proud of the hard work our firefighters do at the City of Salem Fire Department. If you have any questions, please give our fire department a call at 812-883-4970. Thanks.
At American Family Insurance, we know your life has many moving parts, from your 4 wheels to your hard-earned home and the financial future of your family. We'll cover the things that matter most. Bundle your home and auto policies for possible savings and add life insurance for convenient, future-focused protection so you can keep dreaming towards what's next. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated. Call 812-277-1400 or stop by 1528 L Street in Bedford today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm live with Coach Blair Thompson. How you doing tonight, Blair?
Doing great, Nate. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So coming off of a really good win last week, how do you feel about it?
Feel a lot better this week than we did last week when we were talking. But yeah, definitely a great win for our program and our community. And we played about a complete football game as we did.
Yeah, and it was a pretty emotional night for everybody. Your seniors were the first class of kids that I ever coached in youth football, and to see them get their last home game win and in a fashion that they did, and the emotions that poured out of them really got to me. So I was really happy to see the support. The stands were just electric, and it was really good to see the kids put their pedal on the gas and put their foot on the gas pedal and go.
Last year we didn't get a chance to play this game, and it's even though like we've talked before, I think both teams have bigger fish to fry as far as conferences and sectionals. That's our goals.
Right.
As far as the kids and the community, it's a great atmosphere, and it's something that you don't get back. And we waited a long time for that one, and I thought that as bad as we played, not only do we have emotion of senior night, but we had emotion of how poorly we played the week prior, and we really the kids really went to work and ready to play on Friday.
Yeah, watching some of the kids and some of the kids that stuck out in my head that I hadn't really seen all year. I got to tell you, there was one play. I was in the end zone, the north side end zone, waiting on youth night for halftime, and during kickoff, I look up and see number 51, old Ty Sweeney, the preacher, just trucking down toward me, and he was, he had wheels on him. I was like, I've never seen that kid run that fast in my life. So seeing some of these kids, come out, want to play, and Ty Sweeney is not one of those I talk smack kids, but he may have been flapping his gums a little bit, but getting to see that come out of those kids, really did good for my heart.
I think the week before, Nate, we had some kids out, and we didn't really our timing was bad and just played flat and no emotion, and that was. Like I said last week, that goes back to that's on me, and I was going to make sure that didn't happen this week or happen on Friday. And I think we had 7 different kids score touchdowns, and really, I think we rushed for almost 400 yards and threw for a couple hundred yards, and on Danny was 3 for 3 for passing and 3 touchdowns, and just all around. Then we had another shutout, which I don't know, that's the 4th one we've had this year, and. Our 3rd one, I guess. I thought on 3rd or 4th, I don't know, something like that. And just really played tremendous defense, and just what a great night it was for Central football.
That was your 4th shutout, by the way.
That sounds good.
So, I believe you've got one of the best groups of kids that has come through there in a long time. We got 15 seniors that we're going to lose this season. But I feel like there's talent coming up right behind that's going to be ready to go for next year. So I'm not too concerned about that. Are you?
No, like I said, it's a group that I've coached since they were in 7th grade, the seniors, but, we had a sophomore starting a running back for us and Evan Bowling Friday night, and, our offensive line is made up of three juniors, and obviously, we'll get, Matthew Strange back next year, and then, our 2 corners are Justin and Hato are juniors, and, Bryce, Reinhardt, played some nose for us and on that line for us. So, the cupboard will not be dry. Let's just put it that way. And obviously, we get tucked back for another year, and so we'll still be all right for years to come. I think down the line here.
Yeah, I was down at Spuds earlier, and we were talking, and that offensive line is actually going to fill up pretty nicely with the kids that are coming up next year, and getting Matthew back and this and that. So I think. That's not going to be an issue. I think we got plenty of speed and talent in the backfield. Wide receivers are good to go. So, and some of those kids are, defensive kids too. And I think Salem is set up for another good season next year. So what do you think about next week's, this week's this game? We're going all the way down to Southridge. They're a 5-4 team. They play a little bit tougher schedule because of the schools that are out there near them. But I feel like, and that's another thing that me and Spud were saying, is that we feel like they're a beatable team, and they're not the same team that they were last year. And I think our kids have got a little bit of taste of blood in their mouth, and they're going to want some revenge from last year. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've had this discussion with a lot of people this week, and people are like, well, they're 5-4, Southridge is down, but 5-4, and like you said, in the conference that they play and the schedule they play, it's still a tremendous record. And saying Southridge is down is like saying Brownstown is down, right?
Right.
We can say that, and we can think that, but that's a program that's won a state championship, extremely successful program. Last year, they graduated 5 Division I baseball players. I played football, and just a tremendous program. As Coach Gideon's done down there, he's a great coach, and we're going to have to play really well, Nate. We play like we did against this past Friday, then I think it's going to be in good shape. So their team speed is still phenomenal, and we're going to have to get off the football and get on our blocks. And but yeah, we feel pretty confident about hopefully going down there this year and putting on a better show.
Right, and we got to get them regulators to take care of their part of it and really get after it. But all in all, I feel like there's a really good chance that we can go down there and take care of business. They say the most important game is always the next game, and that is absolutely true, especially during the tournament, because like we were talking earlier, if you don't win, you've got to win this Friday to play next Friday. So getting to that next game is going to be very important. Now, if we go down there and take care of business, who do we expect to face, and will we get a home game after that?
Yeah, we'll be playing Gibson Southern. I mean, Gibson Southern is the team to beat. Obviously, they're one of the favorites to win a state championship, and they got Brady Allen, who's the Division I signee is going to Purdue at quarterback, and we saw him a couple of years ago when he came up here to Salem and played, and they got to play Mount Vernon again, which they beat earlier in the season, but playing them again it could be a different situation. But we will if Gibson wins like they're supposed to, and we beat Southridge, we'll be making that trip back down there to about 20 minutes to the other side of Southridge to play Gibson. So 2 trips down south, and then we'd be able to, if we were able to win both those games, we come back home and play for the title at Salem. So we got to take care of this one first.
Right.
I think you and I have had this conversation before. Is you go back 3 years ago, three games ago in Brownstown. We were in that game, had to lead in the fourth quarter, blew it. Then last year we had to lead, and maintained it. And I said, then you have to be in those games to be able to win those games. And we were going back and watching last year's film this week, and the score should have been 14-7 at the half. We got a horrible call at halftime about a legal man downfield, which it wasn't. And 14-7 going at half. And not saying we would have beat Southridge last year, but we would have felt a lot better about the situation. And we moved the ball on them down there, and we lost the football game. But I feel like now our kids feel like they can go down there and play and win this football game. And just a tremendous bunch of kids. I don't want the season to end. I love going to practice with them, and we're not ready to be done yet.
Right, and like we were saying, we can't come out flat like we did against Brownstown and Charlestown. If we can come out with the enthusiasm that we did against Eastern and against West Washington and against even North Harrison. North Harrison was a game that we weren't supposed to win, and we went down there and dominated. We have got to come out with that attitude that we're going to dominate this football game, and nobody's going to push us around, or we could be facing an uphill battle.
Yeah, I think you go back to the Eastern game, and we didn't have Tuck at the start of that game, and it was just the timing was off. People were in different positions. And then we go down to Charlestown, and we didn't have Grayson, we didn't have Tuck. We played Tuck. It's just I think that those 2 weeks allowed us to have some kids step up, and Danny played phenomenally well Friday night, and I think that having that adversity is only going to benefit us, Nate, this week. And we've had some kids, like I said, Evan Bowling started Friday night, and we jumped into a power I formation, and
yeah, that power I was a killer, and Mason Gilstrap and Evan Bowling getting to fill into that a little bit. Man, that was beautiful. It worked perfect.
Yeah, people around here in Salem are used to seeing that power I. That's what Coach Ralston ran to perfection in the 80s and 90s, and it's what I played in under Coach Ralston, and Coach Bonsinger ran that some too when he was the head coach, and we put that back in about 2 days, and we were able to see what Mason could do, we were able to see what Evan could do, and it's one of those things as a coach. I probably should have went under center. If we would have practiced going under center at Charlestown, we would have had that in before the Charlestown game. Who knows what that game ends up being like? Because we had so many bad snaps in that game. That prevented us from having some good plays. So, that's play great defense and take care of football.
Yeah, well, any of those kids that ever played for Jeff Medlock in youth football, they know the power eye. They've seen it before. So, it was just a refresher to see that, get into play, and it was working, and it looked good. And that versatility that you've got, that's another tool that you can add to your bag, being able to switch from that option to that power eye, or, back to the bone, or whatever you're going to run. It's just like having, a kid that can play both ways and play very well both ways. It's just one more tool to your bag.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, we had seven different kids score. One of the things that many people probably don't realize, we only had one offensive possession in the second half
right
night with the running clock, and we scored on a punt return, and we scored on a defensive just pick up that fumble on the ground, and
right.
we only had one drive, one possession, like I said, offensively in the second half. And we ran Porter probably every drive, every down there until the end. He got mad at me because he didn't get mad, but he was joking that he brought it all the way down there, and then we made the busted one there at the end to go score. So it was, just these kids play for each other, and they there's not a selfish kid in this bunch, and just really a testament to who these kids are and their upbringing, and just a great group of kids. And we have a goal, and we feel like we can play with anybody. We're going to go down and give it a shot.
Right. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate getting to talk to you. I hope I get to talk to you next week about the next Friday. So I will see you down at Southridge on Friday night. It's going to be a long haul. I'm going to leave straight from work and head that away. But like I said, I hope we're right here next week talking about our next game.
I appreciate you, Dave. Thanks, man.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back for a little bit of inspiration.
Keep playing. Keep working. Keep going. And keep moving with the unmatched orthopedic care at Baptist Health. With a best-in-class team and procedures you won't find anywhere else in the region. It's no wonder most people choose Baptist to help them keep on. Keeping on. Visit baptisthealth.com/ortho to find a Baptist Health provider.
If you're searching for a career, GKN can provide an opportunity for you. GKN Powder Metal in Salem, Indiana is your full metal shapes solutions provider. GKN is currently recruiting for CNC operators for 12-shift schedules, which is 3 days 1 week and 4 days the following week. You may apply in person Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. Starting wage is $18.45 up to $24.75 based on experience, plus 60 cents for shift premium for night shift and a full range of competitive benefits. Competitive wages and medical, dental, and vision insurance. Life insurance optional. Free short, long-term disability. Free life accident insurance, plus 401k savings plans with company match. Shaping powder metal into high performance and high precision components. GKN provides leading powder metal expertise and process experience to transform ideas into production. GKN is an equal opportunity employer.
Whenever the forecast is nice, you're probably thinking about enjoying the great outdoors. Whether that means doing some four-wheeling or hitting the road in an RV, First Harrison Bank can help make your dreams a reality with a loan designed to meet your needs. Talk with one of our associates about our options for RV, boat, and camper financing. If you're looking for a great auto loan, we can help with that too. To get started, just visit us at firstharrison.com. Keep it easy, keep it local. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good coverage doesn't have to cost more. If Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance insures both your vehicle and your home or farm, you could save 18% on your auto policy premium and 20% on your homeowners or farm owners policy premiums. Own a motorcycle? Earn 18% on that premium with a qualifying auto and save an extra 5% on your auto with a personal or umbrella policy. Want to know how to save? Call Jason Petmeyer, your Washington County agent, at 812-883-2995 or visit infarmbureau.com.
All right, everybody, we're back. Tonight's inspiration. I've actually got two of them tonight. I seen one on Facebook after I'd already decided which one I wanted, and so I decided I would include it tonight. The first one is from Coach John Wooden. If you don't have time to do it right, when will you have time to do it over? You know, it's one of those things. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing right. And if you're pressed for time, take your time. Make sure that it's right. And that goes for anything in life. You know, whether it's your job, whether it's sports, whether it's just everyday life, your home life. If you take your time and do it right, then it is right, and you don't have to worry about trying to figure out when you're gonna fix it. And the second little bit of inspiration tonight is doing nothing does nothing. You don't get any results or change by doing nothing. And that I seen that today, and that struck me is, I've got a son at home that I'm trying to motivate to get ready for his wrestling season, and I tell him every day. I text him, "Did you run today? Have you ran today?" And sometimes he'll say yep. Sometimes he won't answer because he's a typical teenager. But that's one of those things that doing nothing does nothing. If you don't get off your butt and do the work, you don't get the results. So that is another one that is inspirational to every aspect of your life. If you're at work and you're looking to get a raise, but you're just floating and getting the work done that just to get by, that's not going to improve anything. You've got to do that extra work. You've got to go that extra mile in your home life. If you're not willing to do that extra work to make sure everything is okay, then nothing is going to improve. Everything's going to stay exactly the same. So the theme for tonight is do it right and do it. The main thing is just do it. You have got to get out and do the things. That's something that doing the hard work now allows you to relax whenever you get later on in life. If you got it under control, then you're in a good spot whenever you're not able to do as much. So get out there and stay active, folks. Just like I went on a journey a couple years ago and started to lose some weight. I was 277 pounds at one point, and at my lowest, I got down to 196 pounds. So that is something that I just had to. At one point, I looked in the mirror and I was like, "It's time to do something about this." So I was tired of doing nothing and getting nothing done. So that is something that I'll always carry with me, and I'll always strive to do. So get out and do the work. If you don't get out and do the work, don't complain because nothing's getting done. So that's going to be the wrap up tonight. We are we're in sectional tournament time, so things are going to get crazy. We don't know when our last broadcast this season will be. We'll just have to play it by ear and see who all wins, and then we're getting into basketball. I'm getting into wrestling. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but whenever we're kicking around doing like a sports talk show. We'll just have to see how Greg and Becky feel about that and see if that works out. So maybe I can continue to talk to you guys on Wednesday night. Maybe have some of you guys call in and offer your opinions. Well, that's going to do it for Coach's Corner tonight. Check me out and Ryan Larimore on Friday night on 97.9 WSLM. We'll be live from Southridge. We hope to get to talk to everybody again next week. We hope to get that win and advance. So, we'll see you again next Wednesday here at 7 o'clock on Coach's Corner. Thanks again and have a good night.
Join us for season 49 of Coach's Corner here on WSLM Radio. First started in 1972. We are proud to continue Coach's Corner on WSLM for our listeners to get to know the coaches, players, and staff of each local school and get the X's and O's each from Eastern, Salem, and West Washington. We have Luke Dean, Blair Thompson, and Jeremy Lowry with us tonight. You'll be hearing from Nate Pierce, one of the new voices of the Salem Lions boys varsity football. He'll be joining you live from Salem McDonald's and talking with our coaches for each Wednesday's program. Tune in for a front row seat to high school sports on WSLM 97.9 FM and WSLM 1220 AM, along with live streaming on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Also, catch the Jeff Brom Show at 6:05 and stay with us for the Tom Allen Show at 8 p.m.
Dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Eddie Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get one free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSLM. We're broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions in peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877. This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana, for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello there, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones Chevrolet Buick Cadillac in Salem, Indiana. Fall is beginning, and I know that everybody is hearing of all the shortages of cars, but that is not true whenever it comes to John Jones Chevrolet. We've got over 550 used cars, 210 being just at our Salem location. With those vehicles, even though they are pre-owned, we do offer financing options. A lot of those are including $0 down. Now, with those used cars, we are accepting trade-ins. Trade-in values are better than ever and probably better than we will ever see again. So with that being said, give us a call over at John Jones at 877-473-5546 or check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they paid so little.
See Celebrity Home Loans in Salem, where everyone gets treated like a star. Come experience the star treatment with us. You'll never go back to the ordinary home loan experience again. Stop in today and see Dennis Baxter, branch manager of the Salem office, to start working on a new home loan or refinancing today. They've served nearly 50,000 families with over $15 billion in loans. Stop in and see Dennis and his staff. They're ready to work with you today. As a star, you expect the best, and that's all Celebrity Home Loans has to offer. Nothing off the rack. We're talking fine living, designer fashion home loans around here. Come by today and see Dennis or Autumn at 18 Public Square, Suite A, or call for an appointment. 812-883-0670. Remember, at Celebrity Home Loans, you're the star.
Hi, I'm Justin Green, Mayor of the City of Salem. Go Salem Lions! If you're planning that bonfire during or after the football game this fall, please use caution. I want to remind you to be safe around your bonfires and avoid starting any fires during extremely dry conditions. Also, I want to remind you that only fires you can have in the City of Salem limits should be no bigger than a 3-foot square area and 3 foot high. Burning brush and leaves in the city limits is prohibited. Just like the Salem Lions, we're proud of the hard work our firefighters do at the City of Salem Fire Department. If you have any questions, please give our fire department a call at 812-883-1414. 4970. Thanks.
At American Family Insurance, we know your life has many moving parts, from your four wheels to your hard-earned home and the financial future of your family. We'll cover the things that matter most. Bundle your home and auto policies for possible savings and add life insurance for convenient, future-focused protection so you can keep dreaming towards what's next. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
For details, contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated. Call 812-277-1400 or stop by 1528 L Street in Bedford today.
Keep playing. Keep working. Keep going. And keep moving with the unmatched orthopedic care at Baptist Health. With a best-in-class team and procedures you won't find anywhere else in the region. It's no wonder most people choose Baptist to help them keep on. Keeping on. Visit baptisthealth.com/ortho to find a Baptist Health provider.
If you're searching for a career, GKN can provide an opportunity for you. GKN Powder Metal in Salem, Indiana is your full metal shapes solutions provider. GKN is currently recruiting for CNC operators for 12-shift schedules, which is 3 days 1 week and 4 days the following week. You may apply in person Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. Starting wage is $18.45 up to $24.75 based on experience, plus 60 cents for shift premium for night shift and a full range of competitive benefits. Competitive wages and medical, dental, and vision insurance. Life insurance optional. Free short, long-term disability. Free life accident insurance, plus 401k savings plans with company match. Shaping powder metal into high performance and high precision components. GKN provides leading powder metal expertise and process experience to transform ideas into production. GKN is an equal opportunity employer.
Whenever the forecast is nice, you're probably thinking about enjoying the great outdoors. Whether that means doing some four-wheeling or hitting the road in an RV, First Harrison Bank can help make your dreams a reality with a loan designed to meet your needs. Talk with one of our associates about our options for RV, boat, and camper financing. If you're looking for a great auto loan, we can help with that too. To get started, just visit us at firstharrison.com. Keep it easy, keep it local. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good coverage doesn't have to cost more. If Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance insures both your vehicle and your home or farm, you could save 18% on your auto policy premium and 20% on your homeowners or farm owners policy premiums. Own a motorcycle? Earn 18% on that premium with a qualifying auto and save an extra 5% on your auto with a personal or umbrella policy. Want to know how to save? Call Jason Petmeyer, your Washington County agent, at 812-883-2995 or visit infarmbureau.com.
Wouldn't it be great to find a dealer that puts their customer satisfaction over their profits? Well, you have. Betty Gilstrap Motors in Salem, Indiana has been your hometown Ford dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Betty Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sidelines. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get one free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSLM. We broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ascsseniorcare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877. This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello there, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones Chevrolet Buick Cadillac in Salem, Indiana. Fall is beginning, and I know that everybody is hearing of all the shortages of cars, but that is not true whenever it comes to John Jones Chevrolet. We've got over 550 used cars, 210 being just at our Salem location. With those vehicles, even though they are pre-owned, we do offer financing options. A lot of those are including $0 down. Now, with those used cars, we are accepting trade-ins. Trade-in values are better than ever and probably better than we will ever see again. So with that being said, give us a call over at John Jones at 877-473-5546 or check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they paid so little.
See Celebrity Home Loans in Salem, where everyone gets treated like a star. Come experience the star treatment with us. You'll never go back to the ordinary home loan experience again. Stop in today and see Dennis Baxter, branch manager of the Salem office, to start working on a new home loan or refinancing today. They've served nearly 50,000 families with over $15 billion in loans. Stop in and see Dennis and his staff. They're ready to work with you today. As a star, you expect the best, and that's all Celebrity Home Loans has to offer. Nothing off the rack. We're talking fine living, designer fashion home loans around here. Come by today and see Dennis or Autumn at 18 Public Square, Suite A, or call for an appointment. 812-883-0670. Remember, at Celebrity Home Loans, you're the star.
Hi, I'm Justin Green, Mayor of the City of Salem. Go Salem Lions! If you're planning that bonfire during or after the football game this fall, please use caution. I want to remind you to be safe around your bonfires and avoid starting any fires during extremely dry conditions. Also, I want to remind you that only fires you can have in the City of Salem limits should be no bigger than a 3-foot square area and 3 foot high. Burning brush and leaves in the city limits is prohibited. Just like the Salem Lions, we're proud of the hard work our firefighters do at the City of Salem Fire Department. If you have any questions, please give our fire department a call at 812-883-4970.
More of the best rock classics start now. 97.9 WSLM.